Aromantic Awareness Week. I wanted to do just a chill video for you, and so we're going to be taking 2 aromantic quizzes, and I cannot wait. Hi, I'm Farron. I use the pronouns, and I'm so excited for today's video. My social media is linked down below, and let's just get into it. I have other videos planned. They're going to need some more research, so this week we're just doing a chill video. But I found 2 quizzes that I want to take. I don't put too much into quizzes. Sometimes they're just like a guidepost, like maybe you should look more into this, depending on the topic. Sometimes they're just for fun. I'm using this for more fun / educational purposes, to talk through my answers and just kind of explain like my thought process as I'm taking these quizzes. Quizzes can be fun, but they can also be informative, and also they're not perfect, because sometimes the language is weird, or sometimes you're autistic and you're just like, what do you mean by that? Or, sometimes the wording, sometimes there's also spelling errors, or grammar errors. And so they're just fun, and sometimes they're informative, but not always. And sometimes there's mistakes, or the person who did the quiz isn't aromantic themselves, and so they're just like, the answers are kind of like, no quiz is going to be like 100% perfect, but depending on who's making the quiz, it might be more accurate, or you might find it to be more accurate. But don't put too much into quizzes. Sometimes they're just fun. Sometimes they're just to help you figure out who you are, or to look more into a topic. And so I already know that I'm aromantic. I just want to take a fun quiz. I am more to the side so that I'm going to screen record and put it right here. And my setup looks really cute, and so it's kind of sad that I have to cover it up with that, but it's fine. I'm also wearing this really cool top. I got it over a year ago, and this is the first time ever wearing it, and it's a Scooby-Doo shaggy top. So yeah, I like it, and it says Swinks on the sleeve. And then this one has like Scooby snacks and stuff. It's really bright. Let me see if I can focus it. But yeah, really cool top. Got it from Hot Topic. I think I got it on clearance or on sale or something. But I like it. And it's the first time I'm wearing it. And I'm like, green. I also put on green makeup, for obvious reasons. But let's get into it. The first one we're going to do is from marriage.com, and it's called What is Your Aromantic Spectrum Quiz. I think it means what is your romantic spectrum, only because of the question. I did see one of the questions, and I think that it's kind of weird. Anyway, we're going to start recording. So we're on the website, and I'm looking down at my tablet right here, and let's get into it. How would you describe your idea of romance? You have an interest in conventional romance, you have your own unique ideas of romance, you don't like the idea of romance, or none of the above. Honestly, I have romance as like my background, because it's one of my like special interests, I guess we'd call it. And so I know more on the conventional side of romance, but I am curious on what someone's own unique idea of romance would be. I'm gonna go with the conventional because I know a lot about it, since I do read a lot of romance books and watch a lot of romance romance-esque movies. So we're going to go with I have an interest in conventional romance. Do you date a lot of people? Yes, you do. No, you don't. You don't like dating. You've dated a few people. I do not date a lot of people. Have you been in a long-term relationship? Yes, you have. No, you haven't. You can't do long-term relationships. You don't like being in relationships. No, I have not been in a long-term relationship. Do you lead a healthy lifestyle? Yes, you do. Not as healthy as you'd like. You're doing well to take care of your health. You are getting there. I say I'm getting there. I've been trying to do different things. I'm eating less chips because honestly, that's a bag of chips just in the corner. But I'm getting there. I'm working on it. I'm still buying chips, just not as much. Have you ever been abused by a partner? Yes. No, you are not sure. You've never been in an abusive relationship. We're going to go with that last one. Next. Do you find it difficult to connect with people? Sometimes, most of the time, rarely. I don't enjoy connecting with people. I'm going to go with sometimes, but I don't think it's because of like romance itself. It could be because I'm autistic. And so we're going to go with sometimes. It's not all the time, but it is more than rarely. What is the most important aspect for you in a relationship? Emotional connection, stability, fun, or none of the above? Most important aspect. Honestly, I'm kind of between emotional connection and none of the above, because I'm just like, the most important aspect for you in a relationship. Now, this is coming from the perspective of marriage.com, not necessarily just in like relationships in general, but I'm gonna use it in the sense of relationships in general, because a lot of my answers, I'm not married. Like, I'm not married. So let's see, what is the most important aspect of you in a relationship? I'm going with none of the above. I'm looking like none of that. Do you take risks in life? Yes, you do. No, you don't. Sometimes or rarely. Rarely? No, I don't. I mean, every time I put bleach in my hair, it's a gamble if it's going to fall out or not. But I don't think that's what they're talking about. So we're going to go with no. I don't. Do you like being romantically involved with someone you like? How do you answer this one? Oh, okay. So someone you like, so you can like them platonically and stuff, but do you want to be romantically involved with them? Let's go with hardly ever. Do you have a romantic partner at the moment? Yes, you do. You are dating someone. No, you don't. You like someone, but you don't want to get involved romantically. I do like that they have that answer in there. I do not, though. I don't have a romantic partner at the moment. View my results. Ooh. Bella's romantic identity. You seem to be a perfect match for the Bella's romantic identity of aromanticism. The Bella's romantic people do have an interest in the conventional kind of romance, but this interest may not turn into a relationship. This identity on the romantic spectrum does not desire a relationship, but displays interest in the idea of a romantic relationship. And honestly, I'm not mad at this quiz, because I do identify with that. So this quiz gets a thumbs up in my book. So, because I was just like, because I going through all of the different types of aromantics, this is the kind of the one that I've settled on. Because I'm just like, I like the idea of it, but in practice, you know? So yeah, I think this is good. I like this quiz. So, yay! So the next quiz we're going to be taking is from aromanticquiz.card.co. I will leave a link to both of the quizzes that we took today in the description, so if you want to take these quizzes, you can. And let's get into this one. So you think you might fall under the aromantic umbrella, or maybe you feel romantic attraction in a non-standard way. That's so awesome! The aim of this card is to provide a simple quiz to help you become aware of some of the aromantic and lesser-known romantic terms that you may or may not relate to. I'll also be providing a glossary page for those who don't feel like clicking through all the options. You are in no way obligated to identify with the terms provided in response to your answers. Yes, there are a bunch of microlabels. No, you are not obligated to know what every one of them means. This quiz is purely for the purpose of education and exploration. You can identify with none of them, or you can identify with 10. Romantic attraction is fluid, complicated, and an entirely personal experience. Just like your sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression, what have you. That's why you'll see so many hyper-specific microlabels. They're not created as a way to divide us into neat little boxes, but are instead meant to empower those who identify with them and helps them feel less alone, which I think is really great. And it says, click here for some useful terms you may want to familiarize yourself with before proceeding. And so I'm going to click on it so we can see what it has. It says types of attraction, and I'll be making my own video on types of attraction and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for them. There's types of crushes, types of non-traditional relationships, and some helpful terms. And we'll go into all that later. But quiz time. First things first. Do you feel romantic attraction towards other people? Remember, you can always go back to previous page if you have multiple answers or aren't sure. So it has yes, 100%, sometimes no, yes, but, it varies, no, but, depends, I think so, I can't tell. So I'm going to go with the first. We're going to do it a couple times because there's a bunch of answers and there's a bunch of different micro labels. So I think the first we're going to do is I think so. I do think I'm a romantic, so I think I do, but I can't tell because I don't experience platonic and romantic attraction differently. I use other factors to determine when it's romantic. B, I feel romantic attraction in a non-traditional way that differs from crushes. C, I can't differentiate between platonic and romantic attraction, can't define romantic attraction, so I'm not sure I experience it or experience something between romantic and platonic. D, I am neurodivergent and thus struggle to or can't differentiate between platonic and romantic attraction. Or E, my neurodivergency, personality disorder, PTSD, trauma affects my romantic attraction. I'm going to go with C. I feel like C fits. So we're going to go with C. You might be romantic. I can't pronounce that. Romantic describes someone who either cannot differentiate between platonic and romantic attraction, cannot define romantic attraction, and therefore are not sure if they experience it, experience attraction somewhere between romantic and platonic, or want to be in a queer platonic relationship, also known as WTF romantic, or what romantic, or platonic romantic. And there's a link for more information, I'm guessing. So I'm going to start again. And I'm going to go with no but. No but A, I still desire a romantic relationship, or B, I still have an interest in traditionally romantic things such as cuddling and kissing. I don't desire a romantic relationship, however. I'm going to go with this one. I kind of go back and forth on. But for the sake of this quiz, we're just going to go with B. You might be less romantic. Balanced romantic defines someone who has an interest in traditionally romantic things such as kissing or cuddling, but doesn't feel romantic attraction and doesn't want a romantic relationship. Balanced romantic person may enjoy or desire these activities in non-romantic contexts, but does not enjoy them in the context of a romantic relationship. And the marriage quiz also thought that I was balanced romantic, and I do partially identify with being balanced romantic, so cool. And we're going to do another one, which is just no. No, I don't feel romantic attraction. A, I don't / ever. Bleh. I don't. Bleh. I never / don't generally experience romantic attraction. A. B. I don't feel romantic attraction whatsoever. A romantic feels right, but I'm looking for a term that is not also used as an umbrella term. C. I don't experience romantic attraction in any form and repulsed by the idea of romantic relationship. Or D. I feel indifferent, apathetic towards romantic attraction and romantic relationships. I'm going to go with A. You might be aromantic. Aromantic, often shortened for aerial, describes someone who generally does not experience romantic attraction. Romantic attraction is defined as the desire to be in a romantic relationship and or do romantic acts with a specific person. Aromantic people do not have an innate desire to be in a romantic relationship. They might also feel disconnected from the idea of romance. And then there's a ton more information that I just don't want to read, so I'll just leave it so you can read it yourself. But I am aromantic, so that's accurate. There are other micro labels, and if you want me to do in-depth video on the different ones, I can, or I can do short videos on the different ones, because there are a ton of micro labels for being aromantic. And yeah, I'm gonna do a quiz just because I already know that I'm aromantic and I partially identify with being balanced romantic. I'm going to pick one that I don't necessarily identify with, just so that we can see a different micro label in one of these answers. So we're going to pick it varies, fluctuates, / I only feel it sometimes. A, I experience a fluid or rapidly changing romantic attraction to different gender expressions. B, it fluctuates, but generally speaking remains on the aromantic spectrum. C, my romantic attraction is set, but with an exception. D, it comes and goes, but for no particular reason. Or E, is somewhere between aromantic and alloromantic. Aromantic almost feels right, but doesn't fully describe my experiences. I personally am very curious about A and C, so I think we're going to do it twice. I want to know what A is, and I want to know what C is, because I think I already know what B is. You may be aromantic. Aromantic describes someone who has a fluid and a rapidly changing romantic orientation that fluctuates between different romantic orientations. It can happen between two or more orientations. Each aromantic person has their own fluidity. And then we're going to also go with C. Boromantic describes someone who has exception to their aromantic orientation, usually revolving around a single person. For example, a femme-aligned person who is only attracted to femme-aligned individuals were to be attracted to one specific masc-aligned person. Also, if someone is aromantic but experiences romantic attraction, they might want to describe themselves as boromantic. Okay, that's new. I did not know that one existed, so I'm glad that I clicked that, because I'm like, cool, even I'm learning something. So I liked that. We're going to say that's the one. And let's go. There's also an ACE version, so if you want to see that, let me know. I will do it, because I'm very curious. But yeah. Let's see the glossary page. Extensive glossaries that update frequently. They have different websites you can click on. And then you can go to the end and it goes takes you back to that page. But yeah, those were fun quizzes. I really enjoyed myself. But that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I really liked those quizzes. The marriage one surprised me pleasantly. And I was like, huh. It wasn't going to say just, you're aromantic, you're not aromantic. It actually gave me a micro label, which that one's not really like a well talked about one. You get gray romantic, demi romantic, and just aromantic themselves. So the fact that it had a micro label like that, I was like, okay, this is a nice quiz. Pleasantly surprised. And the second quiz, very simple, 2 questions, because there's only like one defining way to be aromantic, but there are people who experience things like being repulsed by romance, being indifferent to romance, and having like a quiz that's like, you're aromantic, but which macro label do you fall under, is nice. I like that one a little bit more because it was just like 2 questions and there was different answers, and based on the different ones, they'll take you to more information on that orientation, and you can identify with more than one. You can also take the marriage quiz more than once to see the different answers, but that one you can just, is easier to click through, and I liked that. And there's an asexual one, so if you want me to do that one too, let me know in the comments, because I'll do it. I might do it anyway. But let me know if you want to see that. And so I like those quizzes. That was a fun time. And I was able to take the second one multiple times because I do fall under multiple identities under aromantic. Were all of them in the quiz? No, I don't think so. But I can go into further detail on different types of aromantics, like the different micro labels as well. But this was a fun time. I really enjoyed myself. I hope you did too. And let me know your answers down below if you're comfortable with it, of course, because I'm curious, and it's a way for us aromantic people to find community. And yeah. And until next time.